day I came across this post. It was a simple pick your favourite, historic A or futuristic B. And overwhelmingly, the responses picked the historic house A. But there were a couple of comments that caught my eye, basically saying that they would choose the historic house as long as it was brand new. Now, as a realtor, this is something I have run into before, where people say they want an old home, but what they actually want is an old home that's new. And in today's video, we're going to explore why that is and how something that sounds completely contradictory actually makes perfect sense. We're drawn to older homes for a reason. It's the proportions, the details, the materials, but also how they're built. There's a weight to them. Solid wood, plaster walls, masonry, nothing feels hollow or lightweight. Doors close with a bit more substance, walls feel thicker, and everything has a sense of permanence to it. And that's reassuring. These homes have stood for decades, some even centuries, and that gives them a level of credibility that new homes just don't have yet. There's a warmth to them and a sense of character that's just very hard to replicate. But at the same time, we want more open layouts, bigger kitchens, better lighting, newer systems and mechanics, everything up to code, and none of the maintenance headaches. So what we're really asking for isn't an old home at all. It's the feeling of an old home with the function of a new one. What older homes get right is something that's surprisingly difficult to recreate. It starts with proportion, windows that feel the right size, ceiling heights that match the scale of the room, and facades that feel balanced. Then there's the detailing, trim, materials, depth, nothing that feels flat or overly simplified. A lot of these homes were built with materials that age really well, wood, stone, brick, so over time they develop even more character. But it's also in the way that they're laid out. Rooms tended to have a clear purpose, and there's also a real purpose to the floor plan that makes them feel more contained, but also in a way feel more comfortable. It's a different kind of living, more defined, less open, and I think sometimes that can feel particularly appealing compared to the very open, often stark layouts we see in many of the newer homes these days. But then there's the part that people don't talk about as much. The reality of living in an older home can be very different from how it looks. You're often dealing with smaller, more closed-off rooms, lower ceilings, less storage, and layouts that don't really match how we live today. Kitchens can feel tucked away, natural light is limited, and then there's the ongoing maintenance that comes with older properties. And over time, many of these homes have been amended and added onto, sometimes multiple times. So what you end up with isn't always a pure version of an original old house, but a series of changes that were maybe once of the day, but now don't quite tie together. And then there are the systems, electrical, plumbing, heating, and often these can be outdated and in need of a full overhaul. And these aren't the kind of renovations that people get excited about because you're not updating a kitchen, you're not adding on something new, you're just bringing a house up to the standard that many people assume is already there. So while many people love the look and feel of older homes, it's understandable why they're not willing to take them on. And that's what pushed things in the opposite direction in the first place. Newer homes became more open, brighter, more minimal, less maintenance, designed around the way we want to live. But maybe you could argue that just went too far. And I think that's partly what resonates with people in older homes, the fact that they feel layered, more grounded, and just much more personal. So what we're seeing more now is an attempt to recreate that older home look, but within a more modern framework. You'll see traditional facades, more detailed trim, warmer materials, and even design choices meant to feel more established. And it's all part of an effort to bring back some of that character while keeping the benefits of modern living. But this is where it gets really difficult because what we're trying to do is create something that feels aged, established and layered from day one. And that's not easy to replicate because what's missing is the sense of time. Homes essentially develop character gradually through materials, craftsmanship, and even wear and tear. And while you may be able to recreate the look, you can't create instant history. And I think this is the key point. Character isn't something you can just tack on at the end. Older homes feel the way they do because everything is working together, not just because they have more features. The proportions are right. The windows, doors, and ceiling height all relate to each other in a way that feels balanced and orderly. The materials are consistent, so you're not jumping between styles and finishes. The detailing has depth, whether it's trim, moulding, or how the elements meet. Nothing feels flat. And then there is a clear sense of hierarchy where some elements are meant to stand out while others deliberately step back. So instead of everything competing for attention, it all supports a single, cohesive idea. And that's what gives older homes their sense of ease and character. The homes that really get this right are often the very high custom builds. And that stands to reason because they have the budget to do it properly. Materials play a huge role in how a home feels, and it's very difficult to replicate the warmth, depth, and character of real hardwood, for example, if you're having to work with luxury vinyl planking. And the same goes for trim, stonework, and all the other detailing. Beyond materials, it's also about time and intention. When you're building within a much tighter budget and time frame, it is significantly harder. And what you can end up with is a version of the old home look, but without the underlying structure that makes it convincing. So when people say they want an old home, often what they're really responding to is character, the proportion, the materials, the detail, and the warmth. But at the same time, they want to live like modern living. And those two elements don't naturally go together, which is why the homes that get it right really stand out. They're not just copying the look, they understand what actually makes it work. It might sound like a contradiction to want an old house that's new, but what people are saying is they want character without giving up how we live today. Surely that's not too much to ask for. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was useful and helpful. If it was, please don't forget to like or consider subscribing. Thanks so much to everyone that leaves a comment. I read them all. I try and respond. Sometimes I can't get to all of them, but thanks very much. And don't forget to join me next week for more Homes Explained.